Alperen and Jalen Green absolutely took over tonight, beating the Golden State Warriors down from start to finish. Now, I do understand that Jimmy Butler got injured in this game, but this was a must-win scenario for the Rockets no matter what. And here's a great play by Tari Eason driving into the lane, and he has what we call court mapping ability to understand if this top side defender kind of blitzes and fires down, we know exactly where our guys are going to be. So as Tari Eason starts to drive contact here, boom, he understands that Jalen Green is right behind him. So he draws that rotation from Steph Curry, kicks it out, and Jalen Green, no hesitation, pull up three, drains it. I mean, just at the start of the fourth quarter, Jalen Green had 30 points in this game, was 10 of 21 from the field, 6 of 15 from the three-point line, and just had a really dominant game. Also had 3 steals as well. And again, I understand Jimmy Butler was out, but what I wanted to do is kind of break down how they were able to win this game and why I think this is some big momentum heading into Game 3, especially depending on what Jimmy Butler's injury is. It looks like it could be a pelvis. Let me know what you guys think, and let's dive into some film. All right, another big-time play by Jalen Green. We get this screen, right? As a ball handler, especially if you're Jalen Green, right? You have all the speed and the athleticism in the world. You want to attack this big man no matter what, because it's not Draymond Green. Draymond Green is on Amen Thompson in that corner. So since we have, Quentin Post on that switch, great job here by Jabari Smith. Now we get this one-on-one isolation situation where we're running downhill and he's kind of flat-footed. So we drive either inside or outside, whatever it may be. And here we go. Jalen Green crosses him over, gets inside, draws a little bit of contact here. In my opinion, that's an and one. That's an and one by Jalen Green. What a tough finish. Back-to-back plays, the 3, and then a little bit of an and one, or at least, again, should have been a foul. Great job by Jalen Green. All right, here we go. Love this play. This one by Alperen, okay? We're going to set up a fake action. Okay, what a fake action is we're going to act like we're setting a bunch of screens here that aren't really doing anything at all. Now, what this does specifically is kind of get the big man Kevon Looney to back up to prepare for what's coming, right? Now, usually we set that screen. This guy's got to hedge over. We got to hedge over that way, right? But when nothing really happens, we just kind of stay patient. This guy backs up all the way, expecting Gary Payton to kind of switch onto the big man initially, but nobody switches because no screen is actually really taking place. We're just in the way, right? So boom, Alperen says, okay, I guess I'll take the 3, and he drains that thing. Alperen today, 15 points, 13 rebounds, 5 dimes, and that was just early in the fourth quarter. I mean, this team was activated pretty early in this game. Now, I will say, middle of that fourth quarter, Warriors started to make a little bit of a run, but man, look at that. Alperen had a lot to say. All right. Another great play here. This time, Alperen is going to set a little bit of a diagonal screen. Now, the goal is to accelerate by this and keep Buddy Hield on your hip, okay? Now, this is very important. It's essentially getting your guy in jail. Once you get your guy in jail or hip to hip, you have a really good opportunity of driving, planting that foot into the ground, and they slide into the paint, and you just pull up for a 3, right? So as you do that, boom, plant that left foot into the ground. Since he was hip to hip, he's still traveling in this direction. Doesn't have that, great athleticism where he can just stop on a dime right away. Fred VanVleet creates an insane amount of separation, puts up a 3, and drains a 3. Another big-time play here by the Rockets, who shot, basically 35% from downtown. Again, you got to love the execution of how this team came out here and just, again, came out here serious, needed to win this game, and they showed it early. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get what we call a double drag, okay? Now what a double drag is, you get a screen from a guard, you get a screen from a big, you come off this thing. Now the goal of this play specifically is trying to get a switch onto the big man. Now, doesn't necessarily work off the start of this because they fight over really, really well. Buddy Hield does a great job. But again, now we're back in a really good position where we keep him hip to hip. We step or stop on a dime. Right now we step back. Look at this. Look at how much separation we're able to, garner just off that quick little step back. I mean, no one is really near Jalen Green. And once again, he's able to pull up a wide open shot because off that screen, we get hip to hip. Right, plant that foot, boom, get him crossing over the opposite way, I mean, just the execution is unreal. Now, before we get any further into this film analysis, guys, do me a big favor, hit that like button if you want more Rockets videos throughout the entirety of this postseason, but also, and more importantly, comment down below P2, okay? This will tell me and help me understand that you guys are not only enjoying the videos, but want more throughout the rest of the season. And lastly, make sure you guys are subscribed, man. If you guys aren't subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing. We got so many more videos coming out for you guys over the next 2 days, weeks, months. So let's lock in. Let's get back into the video. All right, this is a really fun play. So we like this matchup with Jalen Green versus Moody. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drive by him, right? Either inside or outside. The one thing that we understand when we have a type of matchup that we like to attack, you're going to see a lot of rotation from the defense, and you can kind of see we line up in this line offense where we get this straight isolation and we just go to work. We're going to have Alpy down here in that low post, kind of in that dunker spot kind of role, and then you got two guys here down in this right corner. Last guy is Amen Thompson. You guys can't see him. But as we start to isolate and then boom, penetrate, get that leverage over Moses Moody, the first thing that we notice is rotation from the weak side corner in Draymond Green. Now, when you're Amen Thompson, again, he's in that right corner. When you're Amen Thompson, you see this guy rotate up. We need a backdoor cut. We need a backdoor cut. We need to put as much pressure as we can. And look, it does a great job getting behind Draymond Green, and then boom, getting him up in the air early, and then getting a nice little finish underneath the basket, man. Amen Thompson, even though he didn't have the most crazy game in the world, he still played a big role. I mean, he was a +7 when he was on the floor overall, at 6 points, 2 of 5 from the field, but ultimately, you know, he's a guy that can defend a lot of different guys and did a great job on Steph Curry tonight for the most part. I mean, he's asked to do a lot, so big shout out to Amen Thompson. Another big time play by Jalen Green, man. He was everywhere tonight. We're just going to set this high pick and roll. You're going to notice one thing. Look at Jimmy Butler. He's playing behind that three-point line because early on in this game, they were basically daring Jalen Green to shoot these threes. Now, obviously, they don't want to give him open ones, but when they welcome these three-point shots, it's basically saying, hey, we don't think you can consistently hit these threes on us in this game. And Jalen Green basically said, okay, bet, right? We take that screen. We're going to roll Alpy to the basket immediately. And now Jimmy Butler has to make a decision. Do I step up or do I drop back into a drop zone to make sure that this lob doesn't happen, doesn't force my weak side rotation defense to pull through? Right, so as that happens, boom, stop on a dime, no hesitation, pull up three, and get it to go. I'm telling you, Jalen Green came out here with a different energy tonight. All right, last play here by Jalen Green. I know it was a lot of Jalen Green, a lot of Alpy. These guys were amazing tonight, but once again, all we're going to do is start, stop, man. Look at him slow down, then speed up very quickly, driving by Moses Moody. We saw it earlier. He liked that matchup. Last line of defense here is Draymond Green. Again, when you're able to get leverage on your initial defender, you create that weak side rotation, and boom, once he rotates, once we see Draymond Green stepping up on the drive of Jalen Green, we then once again backdoor cut to the basket. There's no help defense at all because we're in transition. And then boom, wide open dunk for Amen Thompson. Great job here tonight by the Houston Rockets. Ran a lot of great executed plays, and I thought they looked really good. Again, this was a must-win game. Down 1-0, now 1-1, heading to Golden State. We'll see what happens with Jimmy Butler, but again, this was a big win. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.